Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for my client Nick's vlogs. And for those of you who've been following it, we've been slowly bringing up Nick's strength while he continues to lose body weight. And for those unfamiliar with the backstory, Nick weighed over 400 pounds at one time. I think as he was closing in on 40, he weighed over 400 pounds. He took up distance running to lose weight, and he had lost at this point around 200 pounds. Right, he's lost around 200 pounds. He is getting very close to being half of the body weight he used to be at. And so what we are doing, in addition to his distance running and marathons, because he runs marathons, we have started strength training him. And he came to me, he followed my channel. He had tried to do some stuff on his own for a bit and had lifted a bit in the past. And he's like, look, I need help making sure I do this right, making sure I program it correctly, that I don't get hurt. And I trust your expertise. And so I've been working with Nick for quite a while. And the strength is coming along well. Now, I want people to keep in mind, he has been in a calorie deficit this entire time. Okay, he's been in a calorie deficit this entire time. And so what you guys will notice on his training for this period of time, we've been doing a lot of tens on his basic movements, his squat and his bench and everything. And I have taken those over to fives. Now, for those curious why, because linear progress was stalling. We were doing 3x10. Progress was starting to stall a little bit. So I've taken him over to 5x5 for the bench press and the squats so that we can continue to make slow linear progress. Right? And that's what we're doing. So his upper body days right now consist of bench press, overhead press, dumbbell rows, and tricep extensions, right? And tricep extensions. So, again, very, very, very basic lifts. Now, of course, as we continue to progress, I am going to add new movements and things. We're going to adjust the programming over time, right? We're going to adjust his programming over time. And as this stalls, I will take him into, different styles of programming. But at this point, all I'm having to do is adjust the rep ranges a little, and he can continue to make slow linear progress so that we are getting stronger as he goes. And because we are getting stronger at these basic movements, and he's in a modest deficit at this point, we are recompositioning because he's still overweight enough and novice enough that we can do so, right? We can do that. And his numbers aren't real bad even for a novice who's cutting at this point. Because if you look at the numbers themselves of what we're putting up, again, we're doing 5x5 with over a plate on the bench. We're doing it with 190 on the squat. Of course, he's doing fives with over 250 on the deadlift. And then we do all this lighter work and dumbbell work. So for a novice, he's doing quite good in terms of that progression, in spite of a calorie deficit. So, that's the thing, that we know that due to the strength slowly coming up while the weight's coming down, that all of the weight being lost is fat. He's possibly losing fat more quickly than the scale because we've certainly gained a little bit of muscle tissue along the way. And that's the idea. We do that and we keep his energy turnover up. Because if we lose weight, metabolic rate goes down, even the loss of fat tissue. But if we can offset that with muscle growth, it will dramatically reduce the hit to that. And that's kind of the idea. And in his case, he does do a fair amount of list cardio because he does the distance running, and he enjoys it. He enjoys the marathons. I've had at least one person say, well, is he doing that just for more weight loss? Well, no, it helps with the weight loss. But he's doing it because he enjoys it. He likes marathons. He enjoys the fitness component to that. But we strength train. So we've got him strength training. And so, again, that's what his upper days are. His lower days, we do back squats. And I'm still working a little on him getting depth better on these right now. The goblet squats should continue to help. But we do back squats. We do deadlifts. We do very, very low volume deadlifts. He does goblet squats with a dumbbell, and then he does reverse hypers. And again, this is a client who he shows his dedication, because if you look at this, I mean, he was willing to invest in a home gym. He was training at a commercial gym when he first came on. But by the time we decided to start doing the vlogs, which he likes for accountability, he had already invested in a home gym. And he asked me, kind of what are the basics that I need. And they are basic. He's got a Rogue rack. He's got a good barbell. He's got plates. He bought Rogue, so he bought good stuff. He's got those Bowflex Selector Tech dumbbells. And then we got a reverse hyper. And, realistically, for most people who don't have extreme goals, I mean, what more do you really need in a home gym? Because we've got the reverse hyper for low back therapy. Right, we have that. It's got good barbells, good rack, good plate, bench. And then he's got dumbbells. We can do a lot with that. And we are doing a lot with that. Everything's very basic, but even then, I mean, we can add smaller movements in with the dumbbells, and that gives us some variation. Of course, he's got a towel. I think he's had towels there. We need to work on maybe him getting a deadlift platform, right? Because he's trying to not damage his garage floor, which I totally get. You're not wanting to drop that deadlift directly on the concrete. So that may be something he needs to look at in the future, setting up a platform or some mats. Wouldn't be a bad idea. But we do the back squat, and then we do deadlifts, then we do these goblet squats, and we didn't get any reverse hyper footage this week, and that's okay, because we've got plenty of it in the past. Or if we did, I missed it in the rotation. So I just kind of filled this in with goblet squats. But the goblet squats, again, look at the mobility improvement there. Look at what he does there. All right, we get good depth, nice wide stance. All right, everything's good. But Nick is committed. He's committed. He's dedicated, and I think a lot of people have noted they find him very inspirational. They find him more relatable than some of my other people who are pretty hardcore lifters. He's more of an average Joe who's overcome some very serious stuff. Again, of being at that body weight. But the thing is, when that comes up, I guess that doesn't make him the average Joe, right? It doesn't. That's actually exceptional. To lose 200 pounds when you're that heavy, to be able to lose 200 pounds just through diet and exercise, that's exceptional. That's exceptional also. Just something to keep in mind there. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.